Mike. Hello YouTube, this is Chris McGill 747751 at ISP or whatever the heck you want to call me. Today we're going to be showing you how to map a network drive. Uh-oh. Crap. Log it back in. Give me a moment, we're having technical difficulties. Oh crap. We having technical difficulties to your virtual machine. Continue. This is the test I was talking about. We're going to run it. We're going to start. A little dog here in the studio, whatever you want to call it. You're going to run this test. Continue. Run. Okay, here we go. Now let's see. We're going to download the domain controller. We're going to start the domain controller. Continue. And I'm going to show you how to run the setup. How to map a GPO. Okay. We're going to administration tools. And first of all, what we need to do is actually create the drive. So normally you would have it under C drive. See, we got rid of the user drive. So we're going to go down to, let's name it data. I'm going to do that. Okay. Let's do it as software. Software. Let's go back. H drive. Give me a second. Drives. We're going to continue to do this. Alright, I'm going to throw it 1. Okay. So now we're going to go back over to Active Directory. Active Directory users for computers. Right over here. New organizational unit. New organizational student. And back over here, new group. Students. We're going to do new user. ST1. Underscore 1. STUDNT. And we're going to go user cannot change password. Your password never expires. Next. Boom. We're going to go into the group. Member of. Boom. Apply. Okay. We're going to close out of Active Directory. Now, we're going to go to Group Policy Management. Let's say we want this user. We're going to make a new. Oh, actually, sorry, wrong thing. We're getting there. That's going to be the next step. So, derives. Options. Sharing. 1, read and write, share, close, done. So I'm mapping 2 network drives. Go back over to administration tools, Active Directory using computers, student, account, profile, connect, Z drive, apply, yes, boom. Okay, now we're good. So we can go back up to group policy management. And that's already shared out. So we're going to go back over to group policy. Let's say we want to create another group policy object. Let's name this the data drive. We're going to click OK. We're going to right click, edit. Now the user configuration is under, I believe, nope, it's under computer policies. No, it's not. It's under preferences. Sorry, wrong thing. Yeah, it's under user configurations, preferences, Windows settings, and drive maps. When I'm mapping the network drive, we're going to click create. And this is how the network sharing comes into play. So we're going to go back over here to the local disk data. Now, if you want them to just have access to the software drive, or if you're going to have multiple drives in here that you don't want them to have, that you want them to have access to, then that would be, I'll show you that in another tutorial. So we're going to share students. Students have read access, administrators have full access. Okay, close. Go back over here to the drive map. I'm probably going to pull up another one. There we go. We're going to do that. We're going to do data drive. We're going to use the K drive. Apply, show this. Apply. Boom. We're good. Now, in order to apply this to a particular user or groups, you want to either do the groups, which is that right there, or you can do that. So a lot of companies will use groups, organizational groups, to do that. So I'm going to right click, and nope, nothing. I'm going to right click, enforce, boom. So now we're going to go over to our Windows 7 machine. I'm going to show you this on Windows 7 and Windows 10. I just hate 8. I don't use Windows 8. PC, sync control, delete. Switch user, SDDNT, and our super secret password. I'm going to log us in. It's preparing your desktop. It's preparing the roaming folders and the user folder and stuff like that. Bingo. I have my dog right here, so I'm just waiting for this to load. Bingo, bingo, bingo. What? What do you want? Alright, so it's up. So now, as y'all can tell, if you're on the computer, boom. Data drives right there. Software, boom. Now, a lot of the times, since I set the students have read access, they can't create stuff in this drive. See, they cannot create stuff in this drive, but like, let's say we go back over the domain controller. We go back in. We go back to data. Let's create something in here. Bitmap image. I'm going to create another bitmap image in here. I'm going to create a rich text document. Test my work. See, and it just boom, get pulled up. So you can go in and they can pull up this folder, but I believe to right click and delete. It'll ask them about that, but see, it won't let you. And even if they go into this folder itself, and go to properties and security, and they edit, and they add themselves, and they give them full access, still not gonna work. Apply. Say it says access denied. So now we delete. Say it's not gonna let you. So that's been network drives, how to map a network drive. Now, a lot of the times, a lot of companies will add, like new IT people will say they don't know that it's not pulling the drives when you restart. You need to hit Windows R to load that up, or you can go to Run and do that. I'd hit Windows R. cmd.exe, wrong thing. Up, wrong thing. cmd. There we go. So we're gonna go down to GP update slash force. Updating policies. And sometimes they'll ask you to restart the server. And as you see, it's been updated successfully. See, now it should be. So we can click yes, we click no, or we can do. Where's my? That's up. But if we log off and log back in, and now the group policies have updated. As you can tell, they've updated. So that's been how to create and map a drive. Let me make sure if there's anything else that needs to be done on the roster. Make sure. Ah! There we go. Okay. So I have to close out of these pods because they closed out my session for some reason. Let's show it on Windows 10. It may pull up that horrid screen. It's pulling out the freaking horrid screen. I hate this screen. When they do an update for Windows 10, the next update, I hope they get rid of this. Because now Windows 10 is supposedly going to be the main operating system now. It's not going to be like Windows 11 or 12 or anything like that. Windows 10 is supposed to be it all now. And I just rolled out updates. And that's what I'm hearing. There's nothing on this virtual machine, so it shouldn't take too long. I've done this before with pods. We're in, so I'm gonna go back in. And as you see, bingo. Bingo. Damn dog. We have the data drive, and we have the students OU. So now the one thing I do notice is if you map it for the Active Directory, it'll actually do this \\, DC or whatever your domain controller name is. If you map it for group policy, it'll just map it through there. Which I find a lot of businesses and schools will use. And so as you go here, it'll log for here. So, other than that, thanks. And I guess the stream will be ending. So I'm going to click on done. I'm done with the domain controller. And I guess I am done. So other than that, thanks.